Hi, I'm Wade T. of WCSU-FM 88.9 Jazzy and On Our Own Radio, OOORadio.com. Freeform, student-run, marauder-powered radio. I first got started in radio when I was in the U.S. Navy. Let's see, that was probably around 2012 to 2014. American Forces Network, AFN Tokyo. Shortly after that, I moved to Washington State, where I went for a degree plan in audio engineering and ended up with a certification in audio mastering. While I was participating in that, I was also a volunteer radio producer and a show host at KSER in Everett, Washington, and I also worked in commercial stations around the Seattle area. Shortly before 2020 and the COVID pandemic, I moved back home to be near my family in Ohio, and I started a new job as a volunteer at first, right here at WCSU-FM. And I got something for you.
Welcome to O.O.O.
When you started OOO Radio, what was that like for you?
Cause it was, I don't know the exact number of founders, but it's a pretty numbers. They are some of them graduated. They are my peers and some of my close friends. And I think that when we started with Wade Oberlin, I think he had an idea that it was just a platform for communication majors to really do something on our own and have a platform that we can actually call our own, which is called On Our Own Radio. And so he just gave us the idea to really take it in stride and to really cherish something that we can have on our own, because in the communications department, since I've been here since 2018, we never really had a big thing that we could really call our own. So I think that On Our Own Radio was something that we could actually call on our own, and then we had our own space. It's like a nice setup, so it just felt like home. So I think that's why we were so excited to start it. That's why we did continue to start it. So
Role as being part of OOO Radio.
My role, I believe when we first started, because I've been really busy with my fraternity as of late, but my role really has been, I think, with promoting. I always like to promote OOO Radio and also tell people around to listen and try to see and stay in contact. Because I ain't one of the original, founders. So it's been some more people that has joined that necessarily aren't founders, but they do their own shows, they have their own programs. So I want to always be in tune with what programs are going on, so I could promote them and also just help them, or even be a part as like a guest on there, just to help them out with content or what they say on their show. And then when I first started OOO Radio, not me personally, but when the OOO Radio first started, me, Kamaya Smith, and my other peer named Joe, we had a show called Late Night Munchies where we talked about college issues and college perspectives, and that was really kind of our role as being the team members for that show. So yeah.
As a member of OOO Radio, what activities do you do?
The activities that I do, so I basically just record. I write poetry, so I record my own poetry and then I edit it. I pick whatever music I want to have behind it, and I also say announcements for Wade if he needs me to, for like upcoming events on campus and stuff like that, and just basically learn more about radio, how to edit and stuff like that. So yeah.
What made you decide to major in communications?
What made me major in communications is basically because I like to write. Ever since I was little, I love to write anything from poetry, news stories, just anything. And I want to produce my own films, basically just tell stories that I want to, that other people can relate to. So that's basically why I wanted to make my major communications, is writing and producing my own films.
All right, thanks for having me part of this, and
No problem.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
What is OOO Radio, and what does it stand for? And how did OOO Radio come about?
OOO Radio stands for On Our Own Radio, and what it is student-run, marauder-powered radio from Central State University.
Very interesting.
Hi, my name is Heaven Miller, and I wanted to ask, who founded OOO Radio and what is its purpose?
OOO Radio was founded by myself, Mr. Charles Fox, General Manager of WCSU-FM, Stefan Lane, our resident engineer here at WCSU, as well as for the campus of Central State University, and a number of students. If you'd like to know all of the founders, please feel free to visit the OOO Radio studio and take a look at the board, which is just above our main production console.
Who is in charge of ordering the equipment and maintaining it?
As far as who's in charge of ordering new equipment, that would be Mr. Charles Fox, General Manager of WCSU and OOO Radio. We also have Stefan Lane, and he's responsible for most of the upkeep when it comes to the equipment. And then there's myself, and I'm mostly the maintainer, and I keep tabs on the automation, make sure that everything runs fluidly, and I'm also in charge of scheduling.
Hi, my name is Aniah Smith, and my question for you is, what's the future for OOO?
The plan for the future is to expand. We have an adjacent television studio next door, and we're bringing in new television equipment, as well as a way to create an automated television station. That's all within the next couple years, we hope, along with a new television engineer. As far as what's happening in this studio, I just want to continue along with what we're doing, creating new and interesting programs and adding new things to the OOO Radio lineup.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I wanted to ask you, what was it like working or being a part of OOO Radio?
So being a part of OOO Radio was so amazing. I got to learn and network with so many good people. I also got to find my personality a little bit more while working on the station and finding my interest. I literally loved it.
Also, as a founder, what do you do there in OOO Radio?
So at OOO Radio, I co-host on the Noonish News from time to time, which is basically a student-run station. We basically talk about breaking news locally and around the world. Other than that, I basically just pitch ideas to the other interns and to our leads to see what would be entertaining for our audience.
To change anything or one thing as being a member at OOO Radio, what would it be?
I would allow us to network more and get more exposure. I feel like we, as a OOO Radio community, we all support each other very, very well. But when it comes to outside people and outside sources, I would love for the station to get noticed more and maybe get more grants and everything else.
All right, this is Heaven signing out.
It's all starting to kind of come back to finger placements and everything. can only remember like finals, like the song I'm playing was my finals. Like I played, so we used to have like every week she used to have us like, you'll get a new piece of music, you have a week to work on it, she'll come around, pre-test you, by next week you had the pre-test. So just imagine how many people would fail just off of that. I just learned the song going on YouTube. It was easy too, because it was like beginner's piano. I didn't have to really play with none of these keys up here. It was like all the white keys. Yeah. When I learned how to play that, I felt like I was the man.